Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Dustin, and welcome back to Amorous. Where we left off, we were on our first date with Dustin, and we got to see his asshole boyfriend. Wait, I wasn't supposed to cuss in the first 10 seconds of the video, was I? God. Well, whatever. It's not gonna get monetized anyway. I highly doubt I'm gonna get monetized. There's no way any of these things are gonna get monetized. Anyway, so yeah, we got to see what happened there, and so we're moving on to the second date. Let's find out what happens in the second date. I told myself it had been long enough since the last date, regardless of how true that really was. Hey, Ko. Sorry, dude. That was a little busy. It didn't take much for me to realize what was keeping him busy when I heard Vera's voice over the phone. At your toy, Dust? I'm pretty sure he said is that your fuck toy, basically? Even just hearing his voice was enough to set me on edge. Dustin snarled back and swiftly the call became a little more than muffled snouts and doors being slammed. After a moment, I heard the phone being lifted again in Dustin's voice. Yeah, sorry about that. But I was being worse than usual about all this. So I don't. At this point, I think I seriously need a vacation. Thinking you might want to come along too. There's a great little inlet not far from outside town, dude. It's more secluded than the main drag and less likely to be choked with tourists. Though we could spend some time here. Thought we could spend some time there. Though? Where the hell did I get though from? Of course you're gonna keep on talking. I'm not gonna ask about the freaking bird. I could use some time away from the house and the job by myself. Relaxing on the beach and soaking up sun sounds pretty good right now. It's a date then, dude. Head over to my place and when you get the chance and buzz me when you're there. Everything's good to go. I'll see you then. I'll see you then. Sadly, he didn't get much of a goodbye before I heard Vara's voice echoing in the background. I swear that bird makes his claws on a chalkboard sound pleasant. It's that bad. Regardless, I need to get my things together and head over. I read that as thighs for some reason. I read things as thighs for some reason. Just thought I'd point that out. I almost read that as thighs. Oh my gosh. Oh god. This is what happens when you're dyslexic. A quick side trip later and I headed out to the suburbs into the city. True, half of the city was a beach, but if Dustin knew a place that was more secluded, that would certainly be a treat. Honestly, that would. The parking lot below Dustin's apartment complex was packed solid with cars. It'd be impossible to figure out which one was his. I mean, there's so many. Fortunately, Dustin strolled out of the elevator and waved at me. Or waved me down. Same thing. Hey, how's up, Ko? Glad you could make it. He walked up to me and gave me a brief hug, a smile beaming on his face. It's good to see you again. I'm really looking forward to relaxing and getting to know you a little better. His smile turned a little predatory as he glanced around the parking lot. But first, I've got a little game I want to play. It's called Guess Which One's Mine. My brow furrowed and he laughed. It's just for fun. Which car do you think is mine? Kind of an odd game, I suppose, but I can humor him. I don't know, what does this guy look like he would actually be in? I'm gonna say screw it. Go for the pickup truck. See what happens. Unconsciously tucked away Unconspicuously tucked away towards the back of the lot was an older, powdered blue pickup truck. It had seen better days, but there was something comfortable about it. It looked like something I could see him in. Maybe that one? I don't know.
Good call, kid. That's all reliable. The first car I ever bought with my own cash after I started at the cafe. Maybe you know me better than I thought.
He must really like that pickup, considering the amount of work he likely put into it. Still, it wasn't rickety or anything, just well-loved and long-lived. I can understand those type of things, to be honest.
That's your stuff in the back, kid. Like, we should get going. It's a bit of a drive out to the beach.
I know I didn't set my bags in the bed of the truck. I noticed he'd already loaded in a couple of folding chairs and a cooler, and as well his own things. A black Speedo peeked out of the rucksack he tossed next to the cooler. Ugh, I can't talk, but damn, also a black Speedo? Nice. Can't wait to see him in that.
Hop in, kid.
The heavy doors of the truck slammed shut. The engine reluctantly revved to life. After a moment's hesitation, the cough of the engine, the truck lurched to life, and we were on our way.
No.
Despite a questionable roaring start, the truck's ride was remarkably smooth. Dustin and I chatted about little things, weather and the like, before setting into a more serious tone.
I want to thank you for giving me a reason to get far out of the door quickly, dude. I think I need this getaway badly.
It does right. I know you dated that guy, but he gets on my nerves. I'm serious. I'm surprised he didn't drive you crazy more often.
Saying it's complicated would be an understatement.
Farah was special to you, wasn't he?
Was. Now? Way to think about it that way, when we've been on and off again more than a light switch, but somehow I always wound up right back where I started.
Like I said, you're in a rut. I predicted it. You mean with him?
More than that, everything seems to just settle back to the same routine. Work, dates, bills. Even old Betsy here would seem to wind up with the same issues again. It's really serious, dude.
It sounds like you were stuck in a rut or something. I've had a little of that lately myself.
When? You don't know, man. Never quite felt that simple. You can bust yourself out of a rut. This, though, kind of felt like the world was settling around me and I didn't know. Bothers me whenever I think about it, though. Still, yeah, Fire was important to me. Now? I don't even know. I certainly don't think I'm that important to him. The dude really needs to shut the fuck up.
I got quiet for a moment. It never really occurred to me that Dustin would be aware of Veryl's manipulations, since it seemed like he just went along with them. It made me think back to before I went to Amorous. The strange sort of hazy feeling I had at the start. I was in a rut, frustrated with the job hunt, and was going nowhere, but I still came back. I still turned to Kobe, drag me out of it.
What the frick? Oh, that's a weird sentence. Oh, dude, looks like we're in luck. No one else is here. No one else is out here, and there's plenty of parking right at the beach. By the beach. Buckets and stuff.
We pulled to a stop and got out, getting our things from the bed of the truck, heading down the narrow stairs to the sand below. I suppose it didn't matter what we had going on before now. The only thing that was worth thinking about was enjoying the sun, the surf, and the company. Dustin wasn't kidding about the beach being secluded. Sheer cliffs and sandstone blocked off access from the main road, and the inlet looked like it had been curved out from the underground spout. Still, the sun was still in just right position to flood the tiny beach, and the waves were softly lapping it at the shore. It was
What is that word?
I'll just say picture perfect. Sorry.
If I don't know that word, I'm sorry.
Dustin started by folding out the chairs and tossed down a blanket over the sand, settling the cooler in the middle. He set up a small beach umbrella towards the back before smiling over at me.
There we go, dude. Our own little slice of heaven. Speaking of which...
Dustin unceremoniously shoved off his shirt, tossing it over back in one of the chairs. After a short stretch, he settled onto the blankets, leaving his chest exposed to the sun.
Oh man, dude. I lived for this. Nothing like the feeling of a warm stomach of fur.
Oh my god.
In all honesty, I am. There isn't.
Sorry, I burn pretty easily. That said, I enjoy the view.
It is so true about me. You mean me or the ocean? Just the ocean, no. I think both.
Both, of course.
Me and the ocean appreciate the compliments. How do you know? Never mind. Like, how do you know what the ocean's feeling right now? What the fuck? Sorry.
So, how did you find this place? A secluded little cove like this should be a hotspot for everyone looking for a little privacy. Then squinted a little to the bright blue sky before rolling onto one side to face me.
It was early on with Va. Back when we actually just wanted to get away from everything. I was his major form of escape at the time.
Escape from what? Seems like he was perfectly happy with where he was when I talked to him.
Used to be. It wasn't that into money and getting stuff. I figured it was just his teenage rebellious phase spilling over. One day, he shows up to my place in the middle of the night with a beach towel and a cooler of beer. Says his dad tried to set him up with someone from work for a date or something. So he hopped into my truck and just drove. He tossed back a couple of beers and snuck up to me. When he passed near here, he saw the moonlight off the waves and decided we should stop. And, well, obviously we did. Stayed until 1 AM just listening to the waves and drinking. We both didn't want to risk driving back, so we just slept on the beach and drove home after sunrise. Man, his dad was pissed. I mean, pissed.
That doesn't sound at all like the arrogant parrot I met at your place. Seriously, what the hell?
People change. I see it enough at work. I should have seen it at home too.
Am I always going to be competitive with that memory?
Getting kinda heavy for a relaxing beach trip, aren't you, kid?
He keeps coming up regardless.
To be honest, I think we're both competing with that memory. Me seeing what Va is now, and you coming in at the end. That train wreck was coming at the end of the train wreck that was. But I'll tell you, it's different now. That routine isn't comfortable anymore, and I'm ready for a new one.
The waves washed away everything else for the moment. I knew my uncertainty.
Yeah, I think that's how you spell it. No, it's not. That's a weird typo.
Was going to linger, knowing just how far back Var went. I couldn't help but remember his taunts. He'll dump you by the curb. You bitch. For the moment, no matter what either of us went through, he was willing to share this. laying in the sun near the surf. He wanted to take the time to be here with me. That's worth something, of course.
You got quiet there for a second, kid. Something on your mind, dude?
Just thinking about us. This whole situation we're in all might end up. And where it might end up.
Sorry, that was my error.
I forgot how complicated dating can be sometimes. Heck, I forgot how complicated people can be. Then again, I should know, because I know people are complicated. God damn it! What is wrong with me?
It's not easy for sure, dude. But nothing worth doing is... well, except for one thing.
To my surprise, Dustin stood up to his blanket and moved over next to me. His paw ran softly along my shoulder and down the back of my neck as he leaned in close.
Oh.
Gently, his lips brushed my own as he pushed me towards him for a long, luxurious kiss. I could feel his strength wrapping around me, the tickle of his rough tongue against mine. There was a tenderness, a warmth that radiated through the kiss. The sunbathing had left his fur achingly hot, and the rolling warmth of the beach left me slumped into his arms. Then the cool ocean breeze passed over my lips, a shock of separation from him pulling me back from my haze. His paws stroked my neck softly, his smile beaming down over me. Wow.
That's something very often I never did here. And a memory that I'm enjoying greatly.
Oh, I hope you are. Handsome. Felt the chill rise from around me. Maybe it was the ocean, or maybe it was my nerves. I pushed forward into the thick furred warmth and buried my face in his mane.
I take it that was a good memory for you too, then. I want to see what this one is.
Pulling back just a little, I grinned fiendishly up at him. For some parts of me, an extremely good memory, if you know what I mean.
Straight to the point again, huh? Don't mind that. Well, as much as we might enjoy going further, getting sand in your skeevies makes it much less fun.
Much as I wanted to disagree, the idea did sound rather chafy. Dustin snuggled up next to me, watching the waves roll down along the shore and keeping an arm around my shoulders. It was a vastly different date, a different Dustin than I had first met. I felt more comfortable with him, less like I was just another one-night stand. We stayed on until just before sunset, the chill eventually getting too much for me and Dustin to bear.
Yo, dude, we should get going. It's only going to get colder at this point.
Aw, why'd you have to put your shirt back on?
Cause despite my furry hide, I was getting chill. Oh, I know you feel cheated. I'm not getting to stare at my chest anymore. I promise, this won't be the last time we come here. And next time, maybe I won't have to have work in the morning.
Ooh. Begrudgingly, I gathered up my things, tights, and the cooler as Dustin grabbed the blanket around an umbrella. The warmth came back to us as we moved up to the trail towards the truck, and I felt a little of that hazy, dreamy feeling from his embrace.
I cannot speak, I'm sorry.
Powering through, I tossed my bundle into the back of the truck and hopped back inside. Once the door shut, the truck roared to life immediately. My surprise was echoed on Dustin's face.
Oh, guess Betsy likes you too. I say? It sounds like that for some reason.
We both chuckled as he pulled smoothly out of the parking lot and back onto the main road. The trip back was much lighter the one over. I was still riding on the high of that kiss, and Dustin's paw had found its way onto mine, squeezing it firmly. Firmly grasp it.
SpongeBob reference.
We talked for a while longer, since he insisted on dropping me off by my house instead of making me walk home. Oh, thank God.
I want to see where you live anyway. Just in case if I want to drop by and say hi.
As he pulled up to the house, Justin parked, and the two of us walked to the front door.
Nice place. Nice your parents have. Cozy but spacious, Stuart.
Not quite spacious enough that I get my own room, but my brother and I get along well enough. Let's not mention it.
Well, I suppose this is where I should say goodbye. Don't want your dad to come out and kick my ass for bringing you home after curfew.
Don't talk about my dad that way. I'm kidding. I'm an adult, Dustin. Don't be a dick. Just, please, don't be a dick. He grinned at me and leaned in to kiss me on the cheek.
Give me a call soon, kid. I don't like to be kept waiting for long.
As I waved goodbye, I could feel eyes on me. Turning around, I drew in a deep sigh when I saw who it was. Oh, great. I think I know who it is. So, who was that? You got a new fuck toy? Wait, don't remind me of another person. What? Suddenly I feel like it's going to be a long night. God damn it, you slut!
No, that came out quicker than I thought. Nice. Alright. With that, I'll end it here, because I know it's a good time to end it. And this is probably going to be the shortest episode I ever have done. I like this. So anyway, yeah, I'll see what happens. We can see what happens in the next one. We can do the third date and see what happens. I keep saying see what happens. I keep repeating myself. I am a broken record. I am sorry about that. But with that, guys, I bid you all adieu. Bye!